Okay, so trains, they are a wonderful invention. But in my case, they are absolutely horrendous. I mean, all the times that I've gone or traveled in train have been the worst. I mean, I've traveled in them for about 3 or 4 times, which should explain how less I travel and how lonely of a person I am. I don't know where this is leading, so yeah. I mean, every time I've traveled in train, something horrendous has absolutely happened. Well, except for that one time when I was so small, 9 months old. That time I can forgive trains for. But after that, I will never forgive them. So today I'm going to talk about the stories, the experiences that I had in trains, the bad ones. Okay, let's start. Now the story starts when I am about 7 years old. I was not directly in a train but near a train station. So what happens is that me and my family decides to travel. This is in Belgium, so I don't know the language nor I can speak the language. So yeah, I was 7 years old, traveling with my family, and at that point I was really hyperactive. I was just running around places, which is very bad for a young person like me at that point. So what I do is that I see a train station, I just run up to it and I go in the station. I turn back around and I see none of my family members. At that moment, I thought of two things. Am I lost or am I lost? And I started just bursting, crying. A Dutch person came up to me and said something in his language. I don't remember. But to make the story more, you know, interesting, let's say that he said, "Oh, why are you crying? Are your parents lost? Are your parents lost? No, are you lost?" And then I started crying even louder. After 15 or 10 seconds, I see my parents laughing, bursting laughing. I mean, that type of laugh. They're crying whilst laughing. Okay? So, yeah, I at one point am very sad. They, they just want amusement every time, all time. After like some 2 3 years, I asked my mother mainly, why were you guys laughing? They said that it was for a joke. They disappeared for a joke. It was basically a prank. You know what prank I should play with my family? I should plant a bomb inside, sorry, not inside, below the house, and whenever I exit the home, should just boom. That prank will be wonderful. I mean, one thing, they will go to heaven. Second thing, they will go to heaven. So now the next story is when I was 10 years old. Now I'm in India. Wonderful place. The best place there is. I In India there's two types of trains. One, a train which goes from one region to another region in a particular city, and second one, a train which goes from one state to another state. The story was about train B. Now, one interesting fact about train B is that people just come in and go out of the train even if they don't have a ticket. So that's what actually happened. So one day, two transgenders, let's name them Mike and Mitch. Mike and Mitch decided to enter into our train. They they started begging for money because I don't know why. I don't know why I said because their reasons, their private reasons. And they see me. I at that point was very sick. I was vomiting mainly due to food poisoning, and they saw me, and they did one thing, is that they took their palm and rubbed it on my face and pulled my cheeks. After that, they took their palm, rolled it, and on the side of their forehead, they cracked their knuckles. When I asked my mother what it was for, what was the purpose of it, she said that it was to protect you from evil eye, which is great. Thank you, Mitch and Michael. No, Mitch and Mick. Yeah, thank you. After that, the ticket collector arrived to check everyone's ticket, and at that moment, they knew it was end for them. So they started rushing it, exiting the train. And while exiting, they saw two young men. One who was going to his seat, another one who was bending over to search for something. Mitch dingled one of the male's balls, and Michael just slapped one guy's ass, and both of them immediately ran. Now, I, seeing this thing as a spectator, was, amazed that this can actually happen. And from that point onwards, I don't want to go in trains. I simply don't. I'm too afraid of them. I don't want. Okay, so that was the story. Yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, and comment down below your train stories, and I want the weird ones. I don't want the generic ones. Okay, yeah. Bye bye.